Here at the old urgent care.
That 8-point though were in here after staring at me at like 15 yards. If these cows can relocate themselves, we may have a chance at something this morning.
Well, we're here at the old urgent care, taking care of this poison oak / sumac I got, whatever it is, because my wrist is swollen and it won't stop doing its thing. So we're gonna try to get some steroids for that or something, so I'm not miserable the next few days. But we got about an hour and a half wait. I don't know if we're gonna make it to hunt this evening. Also, I don't know if it's gonna stop raining. Well, we got everything squared away, and it is late. It is 3 o'clock. Legal ends at 6. We're not gonna be to the property probably for another 15-20 minutes.
Off because as we were setting our top stick, I look back and there's that 8-point that were in here after staring at me at like 15 yards. It ran off and I saw a doe run off behind him, so I'm not very optimistic about seeing anything the rest of the evening. But it is November and you never know. He didn't blow or anything, he just kind of trotted off. So while we're hunting, it's just a little clump of trees over what used to be a wheat field, but now they've turned it into Bermuda, so the deer don't use it as much. But they use all this timber around it still for bedding and natural browse. Paul's got a camera here, and he's had that buck that busted me for probably about 2 weeks now on camera following some does. So the does didn't bust me, so maybe one of them will come by and he'll follow against his will.
Alright, we made it back to camp. We ended up seeing one doe right before legal at about 40 yards, right where that buck came from, but there was nothing behind her and I don't know where she went. So there's still deer in the area, but we're gonna give them a day before we get back in there. Left all our stuff up, took the bottom stick so no one steals the stand. Hopefully tomorrow we're going where I shot my buck here last year. We had a 9-point daylight twice today, and then another buck right after legal along with a few does. So we're gonna sit all day. It's gonna be a long day, waking up at 3:30, but hopefully it pays off. So we'll see what happens. We get a little breakfast going. We already got coffee made. 45-minute drive, and these deer have been at this spot pretty much all night. That buck's come back 2 or 3 more times throughout the night. So my big concern is that they're going to be in there when we try to walk in, because it seemed like every time last year that I went in there we were bumping deer out. So at least this year I'll know if it's a buck or a doe that I blow out. But we're about to get on the road.
What we got in here pretty clean that I know of. I didn't hear any deer blow or run off out of this bottom, so I think we're pretty good. The only issue is I don't think I have the shooting lanes that I had last year. I don't know if it's because this tree's still holding leaves and last time it wasn't or what, but I think I went from a decent amount of shooting lanes to pretty much none. That deer's gonna have to walk in a very, very specific area for me to get a shot, and I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to see him until he gets right here on top of me. So we got about an hour before legal. We're sitting all day, so he was here like if he does what he's been doing and he's this interested in this area, he'll be back. So we're gonna sit tight and just see what happens.
Well, we made it back to camp, and before we even got back to camp, there were already deer where we hunted this evening. And there's a few bucks chasing does in there. So they're there, they just didn't show up during the daytime. So we're gonna wake up, go hunt where that buck busted me while climbing up 2 days ago. And we're gonna figure these deer out. We still got about 8 days left, and we're gonna get one on the ground.
Hopefully these cows walk off. Those doe will come back, because the last time I saw those 2 doe, I saw that buck. So if these cows can relocate themselves, we may have a chance at something this morning. Every single one of my shooting lanes has a cow in it right now. So that's just great. You can see that one right there. And I've got one over here where the buck busted me, and right in front of it, I can't even practice draw because I'd be aiming my bow right at the cows. So I don't know how long we're gonna sit here this morning. Honestly, if I hadn't have left my stand up, I wouldn't have come back once I found out that these cows were on camera this morning. But maybe they'll work off here in the next hour or so, and a buck will cruise by kind of mid-morning. But it's not looking too hot. Buck down, baby.
Which one is it?
A real wide 8-point. Buck down. I don't know, in the video he looks pretty big. I literally shot him right in the pocket too, I'm pretty sure. Thank you, Lord. But in the camera you can see him cross by, which is crazy because he came right in front of me and I never saw him.
That's where we're sitting. Replace these blades when we get back, but overall They're not bad aside from a little chattering on one of the blades, but the main blade is fine. The main blade on these evolutions hold up very, very well. So we'll replace these blades later and get it back in the quiver. We're about to go find us a deer. This is exactly why I had to call a dog last year. Put a good shot on, but I just can't see blood in this stuff. I was excited to try to blood trail on that doe I shot in Texas, but obviously I didn't get to do that. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out on the channel. There he is. He's bigger than I thought he was. What a shot. Thank you, Lord. I can see the tree from here. I can't believe I honestly didn't watch him fall. If I would have looked to the left, I would have. Well, he didn't go but 60 yards. I can see the tree that we were sitting in. It was a good morning. We saw 3 doe, and then about an hour and a half later he came from private where they went to. So you just got to be out here, man. We hadn't had this buck on camera, and it's just part of, you got to be out here this time of year. You never know what's going to come by. So blessed to get him. We still got a lot of time left to hunt. It's November 6th, so we've only been out here for 6 days, and we've got 24 total. So blessed is an understatement, man. This is that same spot that buck busted me while I was climbing up two or three nights ago, and we hadn't had a whole lot on camera, and I don't think he was on camera either. So it's just kind of another lesson that just because they're not on camera doesn't mean they're not there. They could always be walking behind it or next to it, but we're gonna get him taken care of and see what we get into this evening. I've never killed a buck in the morning, so it's kind of a weird thing that I'm not used to. I'm used to having to do all this in the dark, so it'll be nice to do it during the daytime. The saga continues for me killing a buck by myself. I've never killed a deer while I'm in camp with somebody. I kill every single deer I've ever killed by myself, and it's a bittersweet feelings. You know, I'm blessed that I'm killing deer, but I want to experience this and share it with somebody else. So for now, I get to share it with you guys. Alright, well, we've gutted, loaded in the truck. We're gonna go to town, get some game bags, ice. Think I'm taken care of, and probably just hang out the rest of the evening. I don't think I'm gonna have time to do anything else. So see you back at home. We're gonna stay at camp. We're offloading some videos, might start some editing, but we're really just kind of hanging out. So it's been a great November so far. Hopefully y'all's is going just as good. Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.